September 19th, 2025. You know, I've had so many idiots in the last couple weeks around me. And back on January 25th, 2019, when they were talking about that guy from the prosecutor's office, the guy in Maslin, that one guy from the prosecutor's office, what is his problem helping people get away with crimes? Why is he involving himself in people getting away with crimes? They can't do any of this. See, someone mentioned him yesterday outside Golden Corral. You are not in immunity just because you're in a prosecutor's office. You aid in a bad crime, you go to jail just like anybody else. Do you know it's right on Google? Can a prosecutor's office break the Fourth Amendment and be in your home? No. Can they drug you for a fake confession? No. Can they tamper or interfere in an FBI case or with an FBI informant? No. They go to jail for obstruction to justice, tampering with a witness, tampering with evidence. It's a 20-year sentence for them. They can't do this. Nobody can. See what I mean? They can't do this. So, where I was down at the Tuscarora's courthouse on September 10th, 25, that corrupt judge, which I am turning over to the state, I've already put a tip into the FBI, the CIA, sheriffs. How she let that sideshow go on in her courtroom? Of people lying, changing their stories, laughing, blatantly lying, to the point they're laughing in her face, banging the tables. It was a circus show. Even our attorney called it a circus show. Never seen a judge let a circus show go on in the courtroom. I go to leave. Still has her robe on in the hallway. They were down here saying there was nothing credible. What she says, she's nothing but a big liar. They paid thousands of dollars to look into it, and there was nothing to find. You'd have to be blind. They said it was that guy's in his office. I was in Walmart West Tusk in the last couple of days. Do you know there was men investigators? They said it's that office and the men that were in there. It's not funny that they're telling people they're the Portage County Sheriffs and they work for that office. Said it in Walmart West Tusk. No, it's not. Others, they said in Portage County, it's legal to drug somebody, get a fake confession. She put it up on Facebook. It's considered pharmaceutical torture. They're lying. Exactly. So where they were down there telling that judge that an FBI informant is not credible, nothing but a liar, they didn't find anything, they're lying to him by federal law, interfering in an FBI case, what were they to do? Call the FBI. Tell them they got him under surveillance, ain't it? Not go along like a bunch of dumbasses. That means they think they're stupid. Just like the guy in my old apartment. Gotta find somebody dumb enough to arrest her and stupid enough to do it. So we can find, so that agent has to show up and explain herself. Because she can't be processed because she's in the witness protection program. We all know that. So they think that Tuscarora's courthouse is stupid. And that judge was stupid and dumb. what was coming out of her mouth was, and highly illegal. They were all down here saying that everything she said is a lie. Nothing she said is credible because they're trying to get Agent John's case thrown out. But thousands of dollars and never even found anyone. Everyone wants to get even with her. So they're going to let Carl die. Or Carl said he was afraid for his life. Mm-hmm. The guy beat him before, and the guy's like, yeah, he beat him. Poor George, he beat him. Carl said it was like about 10, 15 years ago. Oh, he's like, I'm only with 15. He's like, liar. He's in his 20s. We told him not to swear at his mom. Backed him in the corner, was beating him. The only thing that saved him, he said his adrenaline kicked in and got a hold of the middle of his neck and squeezed till he stopped hitting him. A 20-something-year-old man beating up a 60-something-year-old man. About 5, 7 inches shorter. Not even a fair fight. He said I would have died that night. He said him being angry, I literally soiled myself. Thought he was back. He would kill me. Gets a hold of me. Got his crazy son Rick. Threatened to bash our skulls in. Take us out to Youngstown. Has attorneys set it up there. And someone else to get both Leston and Company. They're going to throw him in a nursing home. They don't even know what they're going to do with me. I'll probably be floating in the river. Because they want that farm. You know, if they would have been good and just let time elapse. Enjoy their father. I had already signed off on it. You threaten my life, you threaten his. You get nothing. Not a damn dime. Not a damn dime. They just had to wait. But the hysteria of him having millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars. Got 2 big royalty checks, and when they first put it in, they way overpaid him. We still owe negative 66. Talk to somebody who buys mineral rights, you'll probably never see a check out of that oil well again. They'll take it and take it and take it. Because that was ridiculous. We gave him 140 and 160. We just got it down to negative 66. Because we were thinking about just selling it. And moving to a safer place. Got corrupt judges that say everyone's to get even with her. It's illegal for law enforcement to get even with you. And I was never a liar. And if they said they didn't find anyone, my God, even Dixie's seen the cartel around me in Maslin several times. The ones that were impersonating FBI handlers. The white-haired guy with his hair part on the side, the other ones that told people they were FBI handlers. The ones that bashed my head in. She's seen them. Oh, 3,000 people seen the ones that work for Judge Peters from Florida. They were the ones hurting me before. On the log, and Michelle was with him. And the guy impersonating the retired Judge Pete, friends with Ludick, helping him get away with crimes, was from the Florida drug cartel. 3,000 people see him. So if you didn't see anybody, you had yourself blindfolded, right? See, they want Agent John's case thrown out. They told you that. Why are they calling Agent John a coward? They want him even listed not credible. So the case gets thrown out. Where they told me in 18, if you tell one word on what we're saying, we're going to call you a liar. We're going to call you not credible. We'll make sure you can't testify in court against us and nothing can be used. Where they threatened it, that's what they're trying now. What else did they say? It's funny she doesn't know what's going on. It's so funny. And then it finally came out. They were setting that agent up to be arrested. After you. Where they make fun of you, call you a fool. June 7th, 23. How they fooled you. With drug confessions and photoshopping and washing. Let's see. Am I head on somebody else's body? Washing themselves? They've even documented that. And they used hypnotic drugs where you're sleepwalking to drug me and tell me to say it before. I never seen her talk to anybody, nor did I have anybody in my home. We'll put it that way, and I thought the well water was giving me cancer. As far as I know, y'all could be playing me. But some, like Walter Moss from the Stark County Prosecutor's Office, somebody was harming you. Somebody was harming you. You had all the signs of being drugged, being raped, even though the doctor didn't put it together. Somebody was harming you. Had giant bruises, throwing up, heart racing, severe infection. When I peed, I screamed. And I thought just washing in that dirty well water was infecting my personal area, giving me cancer and making me sick. Just even coming in contact with it. That's all I knew. Never even had my neighbors in my home. Had family repair guys, installation guys, 2 silly officers on August 8 of 18 lighting the security system at midnight. Told me I looked like an alien orb, angry spirit. And told me to buy a dog. Let a dog handle it. I didn't have anybody else in my home. I told that agent that. You know, they want, what else did they say? They want every cartel released that was arrested connected to this case. And that all the surveillance wrote up as fraud. What else have they said over the last year? They're going to sue the government for millions and millions and an endless amount of money. They want the cartel release that you had no right around me. Because the only thing that happens if they call me a liar. Not credible. I just don't get paid. You didn't pay me anyways. Don't affect my life either way. They can't do anything to me. But they get you listed a liar and you can open a fraud case. Agent John. You can get prosecuted. And then all those drug cartel guys released on a technicality. Then they're going to sue for illegal arrest. An illegal monitoring. They had no right around me. See, that's where you better get a backbone. You better get a backbone and stand up to these people. You better be getting a backbone and tell these people Karen never lied. Where the cops tell people, we always knew Karen never lied to us. Never. Never lied to us. I called FBI hotline with threats and attempt on my life. 2 Perry police reports, and I'm telling them of others. Then what do? They walk into an FBI office and confess. They were illegally monitoring me. Knew I called the FBI. Oh, what else they confess? They were trying to kill me because some idiot called me a faker 15 years ago and like they could take the law in their own hand and they were justified to kill me because some idiot called me a faker and it was a medication error, medical malpractice. And that family's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Where they even told Officer John, March 27th, 25 after midnight, he had got it out of them that where they were acting like it offended it 6 months later, that after the traffic accident, Strange called her a faker and offended us. They told him it didn't even concern him. They lied so people would help out. We gotta think, somebody gets killed in a traffic accident in January. Come July, somebody calls somebody a faker. Had nothing to do with what happened in January. Not even a little bit. Nor from May to November. It didn't even concern them. They just lied so people would help out. They lied to you. Crocodile tears is 15 years later. Her father murdered her kid. Vehicular homicide. Had to be going probably close to 100 miles an hour. Ran a stop sign. Hit a semi. Killed them both. He was ripped into pieces and that kid was ejected through the air and slammed on the pavement. Instantly both dead. Her father murdered her kid. If he wouldn't have been speeding, if he would have stopped, they'd both be alive. As simple as that. Like the girl up in Cleveland doing 100. She wrecked. She's the only one lived. She went to jail for murder. Her father murdered her son. In the middle of me getting well from having 6 to 10 surgeries, went to a bunch of crackpots, and it is wrote up that it is fraud, medical malpractice, medication errors. Medication errors means false diagnosis and wrong meds. Didn't say allergic reaction. It's a nice way of saying fraud. They were defrauding me, ripping off my insurance, and it is wrote up that way. And they almost killed me. My whole body swelled up. My thyroid shut down. Adrenal gland seizures, heart attacks. Flying so bad they say I have level 2 brain tumors. I want to take part of my brain out. Having to have my legs strained. Gained 150 pounds a year. Had to walk with canes and braces. I'm so swelled up. They almost killed me. They encouraged me and Dave for 2 years. Maybe 3, assuming they'd go with me. Some meds doing it. Like they said, there's no way they didn't know they weren't killing me. So, and it's wrote up as fraud. Medical negligence, medical malpractice, medication errors. They were just ripping me off. It almost killed me. And it took me 9 months where my community health, those doctors are known for lying, falsely diagnosing people, ripping them off, getting kickbacks from drug companies, sharing with associates and friends, doing the same thing to people, and then doing unnecessary procedures. You don't have brain tumors. There's nothing wrong with you, but your muscles locked up from all those surgeries. And then over 9 months, slowly getting well. In the middle of me getting well, her father pulls that stupid stunt. Weren't even there. Brian had to come tell us. A few months later, I finished getting well. It took me 9 months. Started with Dr. Eli October and November 2002. By April, I'm almost well. May 3rd, 2003 was the accident. I had nothing to do with it. Me and my whole family were at home. Brian had to show up and tell us. And in July, I finished getting well. And Strange didn't make up that lie till November 2003, when he thought I was following Tim and Katie. Pushed my kid to suicide. Made up that lie to make sure I'd never come back. And it's nothing but a stupid lie. Had nothing to do with them and them reaching over and wanting attention because somebody insults me and makes up a lie on me is pathetic. Wanting to harm me. Like they said, that family just wanted to hurt somebody, so they picked out her. Had nothing to do with them. No, it didn't. Where you said you had that family in their office, the one her father murdered her kid. And all those church people, and you knew they were trying to kill me because of Strange's lie. You confessed on a recorded line. You knew of attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder. My threat and attempted lie case is legitimate, and it will stand up in court. And they will not disgrace what I lived through and all the people they got off of it, and the ones that were saved, and the ones that were taken and lost forever. They will not disgrace their dead names. Do you understand me? You will not disgrace any of us. Those people running around calling me a liar, saying I'm not credible. That case was open with, like the police said, we always knew Karen wasn't lying. Why? The bastards went into an FBI office and confessed. They were trying to kill me because some idiot called me a faker 15 years ago and thought they were justified. Within themselves, they were having me drugged with fake sodium pentothal reports. They were framing me. They had the photoshopping and washing my head on somebody else's body. They already verified that one. Somebody else washing. It's a bitch move. Trying to get Melissa, my ex-daughter-in-law, that was divorcing my son John, everything. And my cheating husband and his girlfriend, everything. It's a bitch move. But they were having me beat and raped. And you even told Apostolic Church of Barberton you knew that was happening. My life was in high danger. And in a recorded line, you admitted you knew they were trying to kill me. That they confessed to you. You knew I wasn't lying. And no one will disgrace me, this case. And you need to get a backbone, mister. I may not have it in me to hurt somebody, but I'll tell you what, I sure as hell can tell people off if I really want to. And people have laughed what I said in the car. So I said, you need to get a set of balls and a backbone. And act like a man. And start acting like a man. And grow up. And you stand up to these bastards. You got those drug dealers on a legitimate case. That woman was never lying. Those bastards confessed they were trying to kill her. in my office in front of other agents. And they had been trying to kill her. I had every right to open that threat and attempt to lie case. They already knew, and there's never staying quiet, and that you're only a hired police officer. You don't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. It takes a judge. Duh. Like the prosecutor's office, police, criminal attorney. It takes a judge. It takes a judge to put a gag order on you. Police can't put a gag orders on you. Neither can federal police officers. Nor can it be in one of their quarters. It can only, by federal law, be in a jury trial by a judge, prosecutor's office, criminal attorney, and police. Freedom of speech, baby. Right to privacy. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life, with statements, with a court order, without a conflict of interest. You also have a right to remain quiet and a right to an attorney. So where you laughed at me for some guy named Pete Scam I still never met. Found out it's just some guy my ex-husband hired on his own. Made fun of me for a dirty doctor scam. You knew HIPAA violation. Like Michelle told Officer John. On March 27, 25. The reason she don't know who that doctor is not one of hers. They lied. She actually don't know who he is. And when they bashed in my head, they actually tried to kill me. He got it out of Dave, a girlfriend from before me, made him marry me to get a job at my dad's factory, and she was the one using my insurance. And then he had got it out of Vegas. That they just lied. It offended him. When he called me a faker, it didn't even concern him. They just wanted people to help out in this. Now, you already knew all that. So, where you're bullying me, it was an act. Where the police said you told them it was an act to get the drug dealers. You told on me to hundreds. You confessed they already knew. And then you don't have the authority. The bullshit needs to end. And you will not allow those drug dealers from Judge Peters' group in Florida, those 100 men, the human trafficking group out of Buffalo, New York, the drug cartels in Michigan, California, and all the Texas group, the ones that you're all after, and all the other drug cartels where they played a game of different cartels paying for the harassment. And all those people that were taken. The ones that were saved by the U.S. Marshals, where they found them. The ones that died and they never got come back. You will not disgrace their names. You will not disgrace me being raped and tortured, my skull bashed in. Human trafficked and drugged till I lost 70 pounds. Be with internal injuries. Stalked. Almost shot in the head driving and had died on a shooting night. You will not disgrace what I lived through for you to get information on these drug dealers. You will not allow them to call me a liar. You will need to man up, mister, and you stand up to these bastards. And you look at them and say, those drug cartel will stay in jail. Karen never lied. And I opened that case legitimately. Those bastards confessed they were trying to kill her. And then I have everything underneath police surveillance, and it is legal police surveillance, and those bastards will not get out of jail. And it will stand. I did not live through this for those people to walk. Man up. I like my damn money. And you need to go down to the Tuscarawas courthouse where that corrupt judge, after that circus show in her courtroom of my new husband's stepchildren, lying so bad they're laughing in her face, beating the table, it's a chaos. Even my attorney said, I've never seen such a circus show. I go to leave. That office came down here and was telling us they put thousands of dollars. They never found anything credible. They're lying. And everyone's to get even with her because she's the biggest liar. So they're going to let Carl die. I want to know who's in there. When I walked by that door, I had the right to do it to her. I had a right to know what I'm against. The weirdo that's afraid of a 51-year-old fat woman in a skirt and finds it a threat. How pathetic are you? And you had no right. No, right? It don't matter who the hell you are. You need to find out who was in that courthouse that they think Tuscarawas County is so stupid and dumb that they wouldn't know the law. And they're trying to get your FBI case thrown out. Man up, mister. You will not disgrace everyone that was a victim from this case. Get some manhood and stand up to them. Because I think you're a coward. And you don't have it in you to stand up to them. I've had a bad day. I'm tired. I've only had a few hours sleep. And I had to go get an ultrasound again on my heart once a year. I have PAVR. They could have killed me. Smother me and torture me. My heart already doesn't get enough blood on the left side. All those drugs, they could have stopped it. And you left me in hell while you got that surveillance. And you told on me before you talked to me. You don't have the authority to ask people to stay quiet. You are bullshitting. You don't want to be known as a thief. And that's a loophole for the drug cartel to walk. Thousands will be released. Tens of thousands will die. You better man up. For if you don't do the right thing in this, you will end up in jail for it, and that's what they want for you. Act like you have some integrity, man. Like my money. Medical card. You act like I was an agent. I was a little old woman that called for help that you left in hell while you surveillanced everyone else. You left me in hell. And you told on me before. And you announced that I'd already been in your office and knew the FBI was involved. Like some agent said with this kind of case where they already know the FBI is involved, we try to make sure they don't know who we are. But we actually had to chase people off. That they hired so many people to hurt her. That's why they know who we are. They were already in your office. You were seen telling on me the night before at Apostolic Church of Bremerton. Dave told Danny to talk to you when I walked off. Man up, mister. Isaac State. There's a lot of people depending on you doing what's right. The consequences of your actions. The consequences of your actions. They're after you, Agent John. What they say, they're setting you up to be arrested. They open the case under fraud. They're going to sue, they want every drug cartel released. And they're going to sue the government for millions of dollars. Man up. You had every right to open that case, and it was very legal. And Kira never lied. Like the police said, Kira never lied to us. We knew that. Those bastards confessed. And everything else is under police surveillance that they can refer back to. She never lied. Man up. Find out who was in that Tuscarawas courthouse. Man up.